Okay, guys, whisper it very, very quietly, but there's a very small chance we're about to pull off the great escape. See what we can do, shall we? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Passport to Poland and the channel. I'm ChasingLamely, and this is episode number 26. And let me just show you what we're facing today, because not one for suspense and all. Essentially, it's easier to look at the league table for this. We need to outdo Jagiellonia to guarantee we qualify for the top half championship playoff. Failing that, we need Pogon to lose, or we need Jagiellonia to lose and Lecce to lose. A bunch of permutations, but essentially that's what we need today. So let's see where things are at. Jagiellonia are playing Gornik, who are third, which is fine. Pogon are playing Wisla Plock, which you can't see them losing that one because Plock have been largely awful all season. And Lecce are playing Wisla Krakow, who have not been in great form. So a whole bunch of stuff to play for. There is some other stuff to catch you up on. In transfer news, Nico Williams is now staying until the end of next season. So is Matti Longstaff. Finson is staying to the end of next season. And I believe Jankovic is staying to the end of next season. I'm trying to think who else I tied up. Was that everyone? Oh, and Kjell Sherpen has been tied up till the end of next season. I'm going to try and bring Igor Gomes in, but he's not. I can't negotiate for him just yet. But yeah, a lot of our big names are staying on loan. Because Sterling, of course, is joining permanently. Tigges is joining permanently, and so is Max Hipper. Also in transfer news, if we look at our future transfers in, that's the easiest way, I think, because there's a whole bunch of clutter in there. You saw Sven Broderson's coming in. I don't know if I showed you much of these actually. Even Bennett was one guy I brought in. I've arranged to sign a left winger. I arranged that back when I was still using wingers, but he looks like he could be quite good. So we'll see how he goes as a signing. If not, we'll make a profit for sure. Nolan Mbemba is coming in, French central midfielder. If you look at his scout report, he'd be the second best defensive midfielder at the club, which is very, very helpful because we need someone to back Finson up. So he's coming in. We have also arranged to bring in Bright Inobakare from Coventry. Previously been on loan at Wigan, started off at Wolves. Man's been around a little bit. But he's coming in, and he looks like he's going to be an incredibly good signing for us. He's going to give Jankovic something to think about, because I don't think Slattery is going to be here next season. So I also got him for way less than I thought his wage demands were going to be, which is also a Brucey bonus. And he's got some really big potential, so we'll see what happens there. And just to reinforce that attacking midfield, we've also brought in Michel Borges, a Brazilian, who is currently playing for Carpati, who I believe are... Yeah, so he would also be our best, or our second best attacking midfielder. Yeah, he's on loan at Carpati in the Ukraine at the moment from whoever, I think it's Corinthians in Brazil. He's been around a little while, so yeah, good pickup for us. A good pickup for us. There's a few guys on their way out. Laboshko was someone I couldn't get a contract for. Hjertstrand was the guy whose money coming in freed us up to rearrange a whole bunch of stuff earlier. I think I mentioned in an episode. Anyway. Let's get into the game, shall we? That feels like a good plan. Yeah, we'll do that. So as you can see, we are the favourites. We are 4-7 on to beat them. Currently 9th. We're on slightly better form than them. I think they've been having actually a fairly good run of form lately. I mean, you can see they have 2 draws, 2 wins. It's not bad going for a team who are currently sat 15th in the league. This is the team, by the way, with our former assistant managers, Zdenek Svoboda, in charge. So, yeah, little bits of information there. I've gone with a bold team selection. Before you write this off, let me explain. I've been picking the players on this run of form. I should have shown you I'll show you the schedule, actually. That's a good idea. You can see we're on a bit of a run of form at the moment. I say a bit of a run of form. You obviously saw the Gornick loss. I showed the lot score. We've just beaten Slask 2-1 with goals from Wright and Piacek. By the way, I should show you Piacek's goal while we're here. Show you Piacek's goal. That's a good plan. Because this is the first goal he's ever scored in professional football. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good, especially for a left back. This would be good if he wasn't a left back. The fact that he is a left back just takes this to the next level. It was only a matter of time before he started scoring goals for us. Now he's playing in his natural attacking forward position. But have a little gander at this. Williams gets the throw in. Wright has a look up, passes it back to Williams, whips it across the box. It's cleared. Piacek just hammers it on the volley. Good boy. Right, let's get back to the team and the game and the stuff. Yeah, so these are the guys who've been training best. This has been a system I've been using recently, which has worked out quite nicely for us in terms of results. So, Kjell Scherpen starts in goal, Nico Williams at right back, Raggett and Lucic, who I don't think we've seen Jordi Lucic much. We haven't seen him at all, in fact. Jordi Lucic is a Dutch centre-half I brought in on loan from Emmen right at the start of the season, and he's just not worked his way in until now. Piacek starts at left back. Elijah Dixon Bonner starting in the defensive midfield role because these four guys had trained the best and I had to figure out how to get them into the team. So Bargel and Paris Magoma are starting as the Mazzalas with Jordan McAnuff ahead of them, so that should be interesting because those four haven't played together at all, and I doubt they've got 10 appearances between them. I mean, Bonner's got, 5 for us in the league. It might be just more than 10. 6 for us, so that's 11 appearances. Magoma, I think, has made 4, so 15. And Mukanev, he's made 3. So, yeah, less than 20 appearances between them. So that's our midfield 4. Bonner, Bargel, Magoma and Mukanev. Fright and Sterling up top, as always. Finson, Slattery, Lachas, Holovnia, Dankowski, Deschal, Jordan Graham, who I don't think we've seen play before. I brought him in from Wolves on a free because I needed wingers at the time, and he came in. Israel Puerto on the bench and Matty Longstaff on the bench. Controversial, but we'll make it work. So, let's... fingers crossed. You'd think a team that was 15th wouldn't be giving me such stress, but Tamalika feel like they could upset us. There's also so many other permutations here that I have to worry about. They did have players who've played for us, but I don't think any of them are starting. So we won't pay any attention to that. They're not. I think Ostrovsky might have been ours at some point. Yeah, Ostrovsky was ours. We sold him in the summer. $3,000. But he's been playing for them though, so fair play to him. They do have someone else, but I don't see him in their team. So yeah, they do have former Schloss players who might want to be upsetting us a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, fingers crossed we can do this. I am going to want the latest scores up, and I am going to want the league table up, because that's going to be very, very important. I feel 100% of the possession after 3 minutes is pretty good. That's a good old start. If we can keep this kind of possession up, we should start having chances. Let's do a get creative shout. Hopefully it won't stress anyone too much. Everyone's inspired. That's what we like to see. You'd think Tamalika would have learned, or sort of Svoboda would have learned my possession style football, having worked under me, but apparently he doesn't like it, so they're just going to keep giving us the ball. We've finally got ourselves a corner. Magoma's taking it. It goes in. Is that Dixon Bonner? It is. Elijah Dixon Bonner gets his 3rd goal of the season. As things stand, that would put us 7th, because Pogon are drawing with Plock, Jagiellonia are drawing with Gornick. 7th would be a good place for us to end up. There are still 24 points to play for on the season, so we could theoretically still get in the top 4. Theoretically. Like I said, let's not count our chickens just yet, because, you know, we've blown it before. Elijah Dixon Bonner getting a goal from central midfield, though, is from defensive midfield, but sorry, is it? an excellent return. And he is very much out of position. He's very much a Mazzala. Naturally, I'd probably play him and Magoma together if Bargel wasn't playing so very, very well recently. But that's half time. That's 1-0. We've done something of wonders. Piaszczek looks stressed. Let's see if we can calm Piaszczek down, shall we? Having faith in him didn't do a lot of work, did it? Oh well. Let's hope he can put that out of his mind and we can see this through to completion. I'm going to do a demand more and see what they've focused up. They've focused up a bit. Let's see if we actually get more, because 2 or 3-0 would be a very helpful result here, because Jagiellonia, yeah, they could do things to us. I'm just going to put the latest scores up there just so I can keep an eye on things. Jagiellonia at 0-0. Pagon have scored, so we are currently sitting 8th. And as long as Jagiellonia don't achieve anything beyond that, we are looking pretty good. Let's look at the subs bench, see if there's anyone we need to make changes. Akiri Wright is not having the best of games, so we're going to send in Deshal. I'm going to keep an eye on Nico Williams because he has a tendency to go missing at the end of games. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Let's do another demand more, because that worked really well last time. Let's see if we can demand even more. Well, they focused up. They focused up again. That's good times. Nico Williams is probably going to start going missing, so we're going to send on Bankovsky at right back. I think that's the change we make quite often. I'm also very aware that I've got Makanev in there too, who can probably make way at some stage very soon if he doesn't start performing a little better. Jagiellonia is still at 0-0 though, so they're about to drop in. They're going to stay in the bottom half. Let's have a long old look here. I think it's going to be saying Le Chasse. It's saying Le Chasse, but I think it's going to be Slattery. Yeah. There's a voice in the back of my head saying, don't be an idiot. You should have sent on Finson to hold things until the end. But, you know, life's about taking gambles. I've played a team of kids against a team that will want to beat us more than most. And, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Jagiellonia scoring here would be heartbreak for us, but it looks like we've made it. It looks like we've made it. Let's have a look at the update screen before we go into the dressing room. We've done it, boys. We've done it. Skin of our teeth too. If we'd drawn that, Lecce would have taken our place in the top half. But we've done it. We've pulled it off. We are in the top half, the promotion side of things. That's looking pretty good to me. That's looking very, very good to me. In fact, sorry, I was just having one of those things. Do I do a second game? I think we're going to do a second game. We'll celebrate that with a second game. I don't know who we're playing though, so it's going to be a surprise to you and to me, because obviously the fixtures haven't come out for the top and bottom half. Hopefully we'll find out in just a second. There you go, you can see we are currently sitting bottom of the championship group, which sounds like it's bad, but also the championship group is where all the prize money is. Even finishing bottom of the championship group, we're guaranteed 300,000. The relegation group, yeah, even if we won it, it would have been the same as if we lose this group. So nothing really massive changes. We've avoided relegation. That's a fact. We've officially avoided relegation. We've edged that. We've turned to a fortress. How important is a good home record? It's vital. We've qualified. Hadme, he's been out on loan to Sandecha. He's scored 7 goals, by the way, in the extra class of this season, which doesn't sound like it's a good return for a striker on loan, but I thought I'd show you this. The top scorers, you can see top scorers here, there we go. Why isn't that doing that? Let's just go into the top scorer. I don't know why it didn't do it when I clicked. Goals. The goal scorer list. So, Sterling has 8, Akiri Wright has 9, and then you see a whole bunch of players here with 7. He's had 7 goals. I don't know why he's not showing on the list, but he's had 7 goals this season. So he's actually in among the sort of top scorers in the division whilst on loan, which is quite impressive. And now he's going to play 7 games against the bottom 8, among the bottom 8 teams in the league. so he could actually turn something good up here. Seba van der Meulen as well has been playing very well as a centre half. Ryan Giggs came to watch Nico Williams for the Welsh squad. Good times. Avoided relegation. We've had matches picked for TV. Should be some good games there. Zaglevy, by the way, are our rivals, which is good. I'm guessing that means they're our next game. It is our next game in Zaglevy. We just played them. We just beat them. So that's good. Let's have a quick look at the division, then we're going to come back for the Zaglevy game. And we'll see if we can keep this run of form going. What's the division saying? The board wanted us to finish top half. They're pleased. We're finally at a B-. We're doing okay. Right, let's come back for that second game, shall we? So, let's get this championship group underway, shall we? We're playing Zaglevy in the local derby. They are the favourites. Their form is inconsistent. Ours is decent, so I don't know. We'll see. They're evens to win it. They're currently sat third in the league. They are 11 points above us. I was just thinking whilst I was going through the last few days of games. I say of games, the last few days to get to the game. I think that if we can get 15 points, that's 5 wins from these 7 games. Might be a pipe dream. That would take us to 58 points. It's not inconceivable we can get into that top 4. Certainly if we can win 6 of the 7 games, top 4 looks doable. That will put us on 61, where Legia are. And the reason I bring this up is, if I can remember where I'm looking, I think the top 4 get European places off the top of my head. Where are the European rules? There's it. Just got the right group. Top team qualifies for the Champions League. 2nd to 4th qualify for the Euro Cup 2 second qualifying round. Well, that's new. So at the moment that would put Zaglevy and in there, but Zaglevy also are in the semis of the FA Cup, so are Rakov. So, you know, it's doable. It's doable. Right, let's look at the team selection anyway. But before we get into pipe dreams, team selection is actually unchanged from last time, believe it or not. We've got Sherpen, Williams, Raggett, Lucic, Piaszek, Dixon, Bonner, Barjel, Magomed, Mukanev, Sterling and Wright, with Lis, Slattery, Lachas, Holofnia, Hipper, Finson, Dankowski, Deschel and Longstaff on the bench. Pretty sure that's a largely unchanged bench as well, which is very good for us too. So yeah, let's get into this one. Let's see what we can achieve. I'm very aware. In fact, I've just noticed that I need to swap Wright and Sterling around, but we can do that in a second. Anyone big there? Stasinski, I've got a feeling, played for us, or is he just someone we've played against? Just someone we've played against who made an impression, obviously. But Shavinsky, was he one of ours? He wasn't one of ours either. I had a Shavinsky, but it wasn't that one. Anyway, let's get into the dressing room and I'll fix that striker problem too. The assistant has done something or other. Tactics, let's just make that quick swap around, because they'll both be much happier if they're playing in their proper positions. And let's kick this off and see what we need to do. We can close that one down and that one for now. They're not important on this day of the season particularly. And let's hope the system of just playing the players who perform best in training is going to work. Piaszek, by the way, hit like a 9.45 or something in training this week, randomly. Nico Williams is taking the throne though to Akiri Wright, who should have options if he needs them, if he can see them. He's going to go alone. He has a pop. Oh, should have played someone else in who could finish. Let's get creative. Something more creative than passing it to the goalkeeper would be the preferred route. They're inspired by that feedback. That's good. We're dominating possession again, but again, no points for dominating possession. We need to actually pick up the win here. Keep this run of form going. I think if we can build up like a snowball of momentum, we could find ourselves in a very interesting position come the end of the season. Kieran Wright's taking corners now, which is weird because he's usually the target of the corners, and for a good reason, because Sils gets rid of it easily. Only as far as Barjel, who rockets it off the defender. Now Raggett, who's way out of his depth, back to Williams. Dixon Bonner. Ball out to Bargel. Bargel tries a Rabona back to Makanev and it comes off. Williams is going to play it back out to Bargel from Makanev now, and Makanev picks it back up. Now out to Williams. Williams, can he get a cross in? We know he's good enough. Gets the cross in. Looking for a Akira right. Sills is going to pick it up and clear it easily, but Williams looks like he's equal to the clearance. Back towards the mixer. Piaszek on the left-hand side. He's not going to have a pop, surely. He's not. Flicks it across the face of goal. Does nothing, and Stasinski has now picked it up. And they're going to hit us on the break, and that's going to be slightly worrying as Sulic he's beaten the entire defence, and he's scored. We're not even get like the he was offside thing going, are we? Come on, let's jump into this so I can. Oh, I can't do a show some passion. I know why I can't do a show some passion. Bear with me a second, folks. I need to cancel that. And then I can do a show some passion. And that should hopefully help us a little bit. Lucci's looking anxious, which is probably because our defence just fell apart when we least needed them to. Nico Williams has been booked. That's not ideal either. Throw in though. They're attacking down their right hand side, down our left hand side. Shavinsky plays a ball forward to Watkins that someone should have been there for, but hopefully Piaszek will break it down. He won't. Someone break it down. Anyone want to break it down? Someone head it out. There we go. Raggett heads it out. Only as far as Sulic, though, who's already punished us. Stasinski again. Vukic has it on the left-hand side, and someone needs to go to him very quickly. Raggett's going in for it. Raggett's got it. And now Sean Raggett can hoof it up the line, and Akiri Wright is there waiting for it. Almost a first-time ball into Sterling, who's clear, free, one-on-one. Oko, the defender, made a really good last-ditch tackle, and Vukic has taken it away from Akiri Wright, as I thought he was going to pull something off, but now Wright's going to take the corner. I've got to take him off of corners. Whips it in. Raggett. The back post didn't quite get there, but Mukanef's going to try and chase it down before it goes into touch. He's managed it. Can he get the ball somewhere useful? Ball to Magoma. Could have had a bit more power behind it, a bit more pace. Magoma's been tackled from behind by Sils, and frankly that should have been some kind of booking, but it wasn't. We're looking very frustrated. Let's show more passion. We've got some furious, frustrated players out there. That's not a good sign. It's not a good look on us. I mean, I mostly don't want to lose the derby as much as I don't want to lose the game. But 1-0 down actually isn't too bad. I mean, this team is very young. It's a very, very young side. We've got to bear that in mind at all times. Magoma's got himself a free kick on the edge of the box. Swings it in towards the back post. Savinsky is there to get rid of it. But Sterling has picked up some good work there. Makanev finds Piaszek. Piaszek should have a pass on there to Williams. Fullbacks are very central. I don't like it. Raggett to Bargel to Williams, who's hopefully going on an overlap here. He looks like he is. What can he do? He's into the box. Should have stayed in the box. He likely can get taken down. Mukanef to Sterling. Sterling one-on-one with the keeper. His 10th goal of the season. Had to work for it. It was a bit scrappy, but we're back on terms, and that is outstanding. And that is time to shout some encouragement, because the team are on the comeback trail. It's almost exactly a carbon copy of what happened the last time we played them. We came back from behind last time. So let's hope we can get more of the same. Winning another derby from behind would be outstanding form. They are all largely motivated by being encouraged. That's what we like to see. So we can bring it home. Lucis is looking like he wants to be taken off, which is not a problem. We've got defensive options on the bench. Hipper is there waiting in the wings if we need him to. Bargel's looking nervous, but he's picked up the ball now, and he finds Williams, who's on the overlap. Should have crossed that way sooner. Held on to the ball far too long, and Raggett just needs to get rid of this back down the line. That would be ideal. I was having kittens for a split second. Then Dixon puts the ball over the top to Akiri Wright. Akiri Wright, selfish. Should have played Sterling in. Raggett's picked it up again though. Can he build something else from the back? Raggett plays it to Magoma. Magoma finds Piaszek on the left. We know Piaszek's good. Heads it to Mukanef, which is a very weird choice, but Piaszek's there. Continued his run. Can he swing it over? Let's hope. He swings it over to Akiri Wright. Oh, it's off. Just off over the bar. Right, let's see what we can do. I'm going to take Luci's off just because I want to put Hipper on. I'm I'm going to take Williams off because that yellow card is making me nervous. And then we're going to save that last sub because it's going to be either Bargel or Dixon Bonnet. Either way, it's going to probably be Finson coming on. If Bargel keeps looking nervous, then it might be him. He might not be a big game player. We might have discovered that about him. He may not be a big game player. Everyone else seems fired up bar Bargel, which is very worrying. 2 subs in defence as well, which is also worrying. I'm going to have to take Bargel off. We're going to swap Dixon Bonner there into the Mazzala role, and we'll send on Finson to hopefully protect that back line. That will be the ideal. He is better at that, being that protecting guy. Dixon Bonnet is very much a Mazzala. You know, at his peak. So we're looking okay. Let's do a get creative shout here. And I might make the very small change of moving Jordan McAnuff to his preferred attacking advanced playmaker role, just to see if he can make a difference on the game. 83 on the clock though, so if he pulls it off, it's going to be something very, very special. We do need to do something here though, something good. Let's get ready to do another get creative. Although that said, Shavinsky has picked up the ball on the right wing for a throw-in into Marnin, Slash, or Sils, or Sliss, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Shavinsky, someone get the ball over, someone defend better than that. Okay, we're going to do the show some passion shout, but then I'm going to ask a really important question. So, Sliss picks up the ball here, plays the ball out to Shavinsky. Shavinsky plays this in. Why doesn't the keeper come for that? Why isn't the keeper coming for that? Right, we've picked up the ball on the wing now. Dankowski, this should be our last roll of the dice. We need to get a goal here. McAnuff, he's on a bit of a run, but he's got no options. Dixon Bonner from distance. Thought he had it. We're not even going to see the corner. Shavinsky now has got a throw in. He's going to waste all the time in the world with this throw in now. With this throw in, he will waste every second he can. So we need to be absolutely on it the second he releases the ball. If he ever releases the ball. He's going to hold on to it till the whistle goes, isn't he? Right. Shish. That's a name, Shish. Someone take the ball off him, please. Anyone, Stasinski. Let's get the ball back. Get the ball back. Ball's gone out for a throw. Highlights continuing, which makes me a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous. Piaszek to Magoma. We're going to need something built very quickly here. McAnuff needs to play a big ball forward. He's done it, but he's only found Shavinsky, and that's the game. Oh, well, that was not how we wanted that to start. Losing a derby is bad enough. Losing when it counts, very bad. We're going to sympathise with the team. I think that was probably what I would have done. Not the way we wanted this group to start. Not the way we wanted it to start. And now we're going to play Rakoff in the next game, which is beautiful because they're top of the league. Let's do the press conference and we'll see what Piaszek's pay rise is about. Are you hoping that for a favour that sees Pogon drop points? We'll focus on what we can do. Late goal, how will it affect the team? We'll take positives from it. I think we deserve more than that. Pretty torrid time. Yeah, he had a bad day. He was a class apart. We'll go with that. What's Piaszek's? Oh, he's one appearance away from making £525 a week. Well, that is a good time. But on that note, guys, I think it's time to wrap up the episode. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please smash the like and subscribe buttons that are down yonder. Ring the bell, because then it will tell you when the next episode comes. Socials are there. Hit me up on them socials. Because, yeah, leave comments below too. I like comments below. And, yeah, I think we're going to come back for the last 2 games of the season and see what I can build between now and then. Hopefully we'll get our form on a roll a little bit somewhere and we'll see what we can come back to. So until next time, guys, I've been ChasingLamely. Have a good one.